It honestly felt really smooth, and that's why you've seen people on Twitter being like, listen, bro, this is going to be a fun game if nothing changes from Community Day to launch day. Because what we experienced and what you're seeing on the screen, again, you don't have to believe anything I'm saying. You could visibly see what they played was that speed boosting was actually effective again. Now, I know there's some people that don't like that and they want it to be realistic, so
Alright, so we get speed boosting. Let's get into the standing dunk. I want to see this.
Wins. Now we got 3 overpowered Ks in existence are the ones where offense is overpowered and the defense is just as overpowered, so you can match and counter each other until the best team wins. Now we got 3 more main topics to cover, and then I'm going to give y'all some overall knowledge of NBA 2K26 for something.
I feel like Shed doesn't have the highest
for
standing
example,
dunk.
rebound timing, wide open layup timing. I know people are worried about those. I'm going to cover that at the end. But right now, let's talk about the standing dunk meter. Once again, I'm making a prediction right here and now. I think the standing dunk meter is going to be super strong. I'm saying I don't think it's just going to be viable. I think it's going to be very good. I wouldn't say overpowered like NBA 2K24, but definitely useful, unlike on NBA 2K25. And if you look at the clips, you can see exactly why I'm saying that. You do the exact same method that you did on 2K24.
Oh, the drop step, the pump fake, the way to get. Oh, I hate, bro. That was the most annoying thing. Oh, that was actually really annoying. I hated that. I hated that feature.
Get in the paint, you get your player in the dead zone, and you can either up down to dunk meter, which is what I was doing just because I'm used to it, or you can just hold down on right stick and your player will do a standing dunk. And as you can see in the clips, they are super strong. I'm 95% sure that all of these clips are on Hall of Fame. Maybe 1 or 2 might be on All-Star, but I know for a fact the majority are on Hall of Fame. And look how big that green window is.
Yeah, Lavish. I wonder who has like good
control. Players who have high strength, so it is how it's supposed to be. And I don't think I mentioned this in the dunk meter section, but I wasn't complaining that smaller guards aren't able to dunk meter. I was just trying to tell y'all so you know, so you don't mess up your first builds. I think that the dunk meter window should be determined on a variable of things. It should start off with your dunk rating, your vertical, and your strength, and then it has to factor in your opponent's strength, their block, their interior defense.
Oh, here's some post scoring. Should we watch? We'll see what
is going to be
Grinding
super
has.
strong. Post scoring. Wow, shocker, Grinding. Post scores are going to be good for the 15th year in a row. Yes, post scoring is super good this year. I couldn't get too many clips showing this off because some of the NBA players' post go-to shots are just horrible in quick play. Like, genuinely, some of them are laughably bad. Look at this Joel
That Jokic
Embiid
one
clip
was
right
horrible.
here, bro. You literally can't do his post go-to shot without getting 3 seconds in the key. The animation itself takes 5 seconds.
Well, Grinding, you don't gotta do it in the paint, bud. You can do it on the block, but I'm sure you know that.
I've never seen anything like that. But yeah, post hooking over people, just getting an easy green. It's super simple, just like it is every single year. And with the addition of Max Plus 2s, like we said before, I think it's going to be even stronger. And also, you got to keep in mind that there's going to be 7'4" post scores now. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And by the way, just so you know, I will be dropping a video during the first week of me playing on a 7'4" post score, just to show y'all how strong it really is. So make sure to sub with notifications on if you haven't already. If you made it to this point in the video, you might as well sub and make this your premiere channel for news in the future. But yeah, overall consensus.
Whoa! 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 What in the Wimby? What in the Wimby?
Sub and make this your premiere channel for news in the future. But yeah, overall consensus, post scoring 10 out of 10 like it is every single year. If you make it,
Bro, the
Apple, what's
Wimby.
happening, bro? Ricky, what's happening?
Imagine if you can get Wimby's like on a 7'4". What the Wimby? What the Wimby?
yeah, overall consensus.
Bro, you can start that literally like where I think that's Obi Toppin was standing right there. You can start that and probably end up on the 3-point line, bro.
Post scoring 10 out of 10 like it is every single year. If you make a post score, you
I
can
got, like,
go.
Cooper's looks pretty
People think
cool.
that inside center is the most safe build to make day one of any 2K. No, it is a post score. If you make the tallest possible post score with the most possible strength and the most possible post control and close shot, you will just be stacking up wins like it's nobody's business. Real quick, earlier in the video, I complained that
That's
the player
crazy.
would switch ball hands without me even touching the controller. And guess what? Your player is gonna do that exact same thing too. If the first thing you do isn't going into your control.
Okay, yeah, we knew that. Rhythm shoot. Okay, let's get rhythm shooting.
soccer overnight. Rhythm shooting and shooting in general. We're not going to cover this for too long because it's really pretty simple. I thought
Probably
rhythm
the same.
shooting was implemented very well in NBA 2K25. I think it was a very good addition to the game. I think the boost they gave you on NBA 2K25 is a little ridiculous. And also other features of NBA 2K25 made it very hard to shoot with
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, and I don't know if it's like really a big thing, but you can see Kevin Durant's got bomber take, which I have heard. You're hearing it here first. I have heard you can get bomber takeover like on 7'2" builds, bro. I've heard that. I've heard on 7'2s you can get bomber take.
You can do that.
That's gonna be insane.
ridiculous.
That
And
shit
also
gonna be
other
OP.
features of NBA 2K25 made it very hard to
Definitely
shoot with
gonna
X.
have
So
to
And also you saw Kevin Durant on that
was a
one.
little ridiculous. And also
I don't
other
think he-
features of NBA 2K25
See, he slightly lated it. So that's another thing. You only have to green the tempo this year, which I'm confused about. So I'm like, if you green both, is your green window bigger? I don't understand like what the purpose of greening both would be. I know the 7 foot, dude, we're gonna have fun. You know, we're gonna have some fun. I don't understand what the purpose of greening both would really be, but
25 made it very
I don't know.
hard to shoot with X, so it kind of skewed people's judgment on rhythm shooting. It felt like you had to rhythm shoot. This year there is no noticeable boost for rhythm shooting. It's just if you prefer doing it, and it honestly felt even smoother than 2K25, which was surprising to me. I didn't think they could.
if this is on Hall of Fame difficulty and Grinding just released it like this and got a green, are we screwed?
Yes.
Bomber take from Takidi. Are we screwed if this is a green, boys?
Yes.
Oh, even
That's a green on Hall of Fame and it's going in?
Can't be.
Yeah, but Katie's step back does look good. Is Tony in here? I miss Tony? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I like that. That's gonna be a green.
which was surprising to me. I
Maybe.
think they can improve upon it even more. I liked how it was implemented in 25. So the fact that they improved on it more was a nice surprise. And what Mike Wing
Oregon
said about
points.
only having to green your tempo and still being able to make the shot was true, but I only found it to be true on lower difficulty. So if I played on like
Okay.
Pro or All-Star and I only
Okay, that makes
timed
more sense.
one of my timings right, yeah, the shot would go in. But if I did that on Hall of Fame, I never saw it go in with only one timing. So it's
Okay.
going to be interesting to see that if you can still green with only one timing on like the park, rec, pro-am, theater. Because right now, I genuinely don't think it's going to be a thing. And even if it is, it probably happened once in a blue moon. Think of that one shot timing profile in 2K25 where you could like shoot
Like normal
lights and
race.
it would still go in. It would happen, but it wouldn't happen too often. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So yeah,
That's
other
good.
than that, all I can
That's-
say about rhythm
alright,
shooting and
you brought me
shooting
back,
in
Ronnie.
general,
Thank you.
smooth. Me
You brought me
personally, I
back.
don't think I'm gonna be
Jay
able to
Lane,
shoot
welcome,
all
welcome,
that
welcome. You ready
often.
for
I'm
2K,
just gonna
man?
turn my meter off and hold X. And if I ever catch and shoot the ball, you best believe I'm using that quick shot feature
Bam.
we talked about earlier because man, that is OP.
Dude, I started rhythm shooting everything at the end of this year, so I think I'm only gonna be rhythm shooting next year. Hey, you heard the question. I think that's all I'm gonna be using.
Shit, my first video gonna be a
Yeah,
6'6".
Curry's dribble style was pretty good this year.
But don't get me
I
started
would go
about that
6'6",
again.
6'5", but shit, I was
A
fucking
couple
up at the
final
beginning,
things,
but
and
just
then we'll
I'm
go over my overall
like it and
review
bitch, I already know
of
how I
NBA
want it.
2K26.
6'6",
Rebound
and
timing
then
is not
push
the
that
big
bitch,
deal that
boom,
everyone
boom,
made
just
on
too
Twitter.
slow. I go
Really,
6'4"
all this is a
start
visual
out.
cue of if you timed your
Gonna be
rebound
doing that on your
correctly.
motherfucking
And I'm
head
not gonna lie,
right
most
up.
of the time whenever I
Get
got
to
a
that
rebound,
right-
I never
pops
greened
on.
my rebound. So I don't know if that means I genuinely have room to improve or I just didn't care enough to green a rebound because I'm gonna get the rebound anyways. I got position. But
Dude,
yeah,
that
greening a
misdirection
rebound
looks
is not
so
enough to
nice,
green
bro.
a rebound because I'm gonna get the rebound anyways. I got
And the speed
position.
boost off
But yeah,
that's probably
greening a
so
rebound
solid.
Did not seem like a big deal at all. I would be
Yeah,
very
they did
surprised if it genuinely has an impact on gameplay in the park and pro and stuff like that. I
Exactly.
genuinely think it's just a visual cue that tells you like, hey man, you timed your rebound.
See, when the-
Wide open layups.
Yeah,
I see
J-Mo,
everybody
exactly. You said
complaining
you
that
could
Stamina
see it.
on,
layup
you
is
move
no
fast,
matter
but you
what.
still
So let me
gonna
put
get
your heart at
tired.
ease right
I
here,
like
bro.
that
If you
part.
have a wide open layup, your entire meter is green. I genuinely don't think it's
Feels
possible
the
for
same.
you to miss. And if it is, you have to
Oh my
try
gosh,
to
the
miss. So I don't
misdirection,
think you're just
bro.
gonna be out here missing wide
2K23
open layups.
misdirection,
Now,
that
if you
was
make it
my
look
move,
as a
man.
25 layup and no dunking, then I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Just don't run no fast breaks because your green window might be tiny, and then you might miss a wide open layup. But at that point, it's on you. How did you even manage to find a build that has a 25 layup and a 25 driving build? That is an elite level of accomplishment that I've never achieved.
Ryan Ayers, what's up?
Props to you, but honestly, you should not be worried about layups unless you just make the most troll build in existence. Final thoughts about NBA 2K26. If I had to sum it up in one sentence, I would say that NBA 2K26 is what NBA 2K25 should have been. I think that's a very fair assessment. I feel like a lot of things felt the same, but at the same time, a lot of things were improved upon and changed in a good way.
I feel like that's what we kind of
anticipated. I'm telling you, I love it. I genuinely love that feature, and I hope it stays in every game. But yeah, yo, overall, I got a pretty positive expectation of what NBA 2K26 should be at launch. I'm hoping that the game meets my expectations and I don't just get my hopes up for no reason.
Yeah, lavish. That's what I kind of anticipated. All right, boys. All right, W Grinding. We'll drop a like. Grinding, that was a good video. Who do we watch next, boys? What we got? What do we got? Who we watching? Who should we watch? I mean, that's a pretty good just breakdown in
But if you
general.
want to see my live...
Double H. Oops. I'm sure we can just go to the sub box and figure it out, right? Yeah, he didn't talk about defense at all. Tons of people dropping videos, huh? It must be nice. Must be nice. Alright, the thing with this is like, Double H dropped a 53-minute video. I don't want to watch a 53-minute video, bro. Shakedown? Joey's is 10 minutes. Joey's a good player. We'll watch Joe. We'll watch Joey.
Alright, so we got a whole lot to cover in today's video. We're going over NBA 2K26 gameplay in play now. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. We're going to be showcasing a whole bunch of different players. We're going to go over new go-to shot animation, post go-to shots.
Okay, this is what we wanted to see,
animations
boys.
for older players, which include Carmelo Anthony and Hakeem Olajuwon, as you can see right here, and so many more. And some of these might actually be broken on NBA 2K26.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about the gameplay changes made from 25 to 26 in this video as
That was
well.
kinda
Start
sick.
things off with the player that I thought was the best player on 2K26, and that is Kevin Durant. We are going to showcase a bunch of different players in this video. We're going to showcase a bunch of new dribble mechanics.
I'm bringing back a
mechanics,
street
so we have
build.
a lot to go over in
Bringing
today's
back
video. Make sure you guys
my
like
hoodie
and subscribe if you
BMO.
want to see more.
A lot of y'all ain't
Content
seen hoodie
right
BMO
now.
from
We're
the
just starting with some
people.
easy
A lot of y'all
catch and
ain't
shoots.
seen
We're doing
hoodie
no
BMO.
diff shots going into regular catch and shoots, and now a sequence that you just saw right
Bring
here is
him
Kevin
back.
Durant's new signature go-to shot out of the
10,
face-up,
though.
and now we're going to do his
Ooh.
post go-to shots. Easy you do by holding just straight up
That was
on the
pretty
right
sick.
stick, and there are a lot
Need
of
to be able to
different
break
animations
niggas.
that
I
you
need
get,
to
whether
teach y'all
you're
niggas
in
to
live
break
dribble,
you
whether
down.
you're not in live dribble, whether you're facing up, whether you're
And,
posting
like, be
up.
more
There's a lot of
efficient
different
on
signature
point
go-to
guard.
shots in the post, out of the
I
post
try
that
to
you
play
can
too
use.
realistic. I
Cancel
got
out
a little.
rates. You can combine
Yes,
these
you
with
can-
your regular
It's
dribble.
So yes, you can cancel post.
Yeah, I'm
shots. I think
moving.
we already
Yeah,
did that.
sit your dumb ass up and then I go.
Joey, this is what we needed. Joey knows what he's doing, right?
Whether you're posting up, there's a lot of different signature go-to shots in the post, out of the post that you can use, and you can cancel all of these. So you can combine these with your regular dribble moves. Here is his signature go-to shot out of a face-up once
Looks
again.
exactly the
Now we're gonna
same.
get to a little bit more movement. Now you can do his one dribble pull-up just like you could on 2K25. Here is his hop jumpers. They're very similar, but the new thing that you could do this year, and this is what I've been labbing a lot, is you can lab explosive behind the backs, which are
Also, are we seeing how much faster? I know KD, like the actual Kevin Durant, has a lot higher like ball control. I think it's got 92 or
EG,
something.
what's up? What's up?
Look at
What's
the
up?
speed
you
boost
can
he's
do
getting.
this year, and this is what I've been labbing a lot, is you can
That's
lab
fast.
explosive behind the back. With your back this year, they're way better. You can lab the explosive behind the backs out of dribble moves, out of shot cancels, and they're way more effective in my opinion. Now, a lot
Kevin
of
Durant
Kevin
is
Durant
moving.
saves did get reworked. His signature size up is different. His escape package is different. So when you play on KD, it's going to feel way different than it did on 2K25. And KD on 25 was actually really nice, and it feels like from what I played and who I talked to, everybody feels like Kevin Durant was like the best player at 2K26 community day. Not gonna lie. Now, I am not the greatest when it comes to dribbling. I'm usually not good at learning things on my own when it comes to this stuff, but the size up retreats are back in the game. You just gotta hold back on the left stick and flick up on the right stick. You can get these retreat dribble animations.
That's
Kobe
pretty
actually
cool. I
taught
like
me
that.
this.
I'm
I was
glad they
sitting
brought
right
that
next
back.
to him, so shout out to him. But the one thing that I did learn are these explosive moving behind the backs, which you can do by basically flicking the right stick towards your ball hand and then
I hope so,
down
Jordan.
the
I hope
opposite
so.
way. You can get these super explosive behind the backs. Now those are tied to your ball handle rating, so you will need an 85 ball handle to get those explosive behind the back animations that I'm doing. There's one more right there. But yeah, so those are really good. And overall, it just feels like the downhill dribbling, the slide.
The thing with this is I don't. If we want to make a Kevin Durant build for ourselves, I don't think we're gonna be able to get 85 ball control. sadly.
Flashing style of dribbling is way, way better this year. So now let's actually get to some play now gameplay. A little bit of pick and roll, Katie's ball handler, get downhill, dunk very easily. Now I did play in play now after I labbed up in the Learn 2K, so I was able to kind of figure the game out a little bit better. So the clips you're going to see here in play now are definitely going to be solid. This was nice right here. It's KD's standstill hop jumper canceled into an explosive behind the back, which I think is going to be really nice. It ended up stunning the defender. We got a free bucket. Now this next clip right here is going to be a contested layup. It's going to be an and one that I ended up timing. It's going to be green, which is really nice to see green contested layups. But big thing that I do want to mention while this is playing out, the game definitely does feel faster. I don't know if it necessarily shows 100% with my gameplay, but overall the game speed from everybody that I talked to, it felt way more than just a 10%.
Yeah, those layup animations
really
do look
good,
a lot
way
faster.
way more responsive than anything we played on NBA.
All you gotta do is click the mouse. It's already
Kevin Durant's go-to like post move thing looks cool, but the jump shot is so slow, so it's probably gonna get like blocked a lot. But it does look pretty cool.
Shot out of the post, and right here, this is probably the best clip I got on KD. We ankle break Franz Wagner a little bit, then we hit him with the behind the back, gets to the lane.
That's pretty sick.
Layup. Overall, again, Kevin Durant was by
I think
far
floaters
the
are back.
best
Hey,
player I
Phil.
used on NBA 2K26 at Community Day.
What up, bro?
Might have been the best player I've ever played on a 2K, just period. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this gameplay so far. We're gonna move on to our next player, which is Victor Wembanyama. Now we'll talk about Wemby a lot more in the coming days, especially once we get to the embargo list for the My Player Builder. But we're gonna play with Wemby a little bit today. This is actually his signature
I hope floaters are
hop
back
jumper
still.
package.
Dude, I miss floaters so much from 24. Like, I love dunking, but I love my floater builds in 24. I think that's why 24 viewership was so much better. Do I think 24 is like a noticeably better game than 25? I would say noticeably better, but it was better. But like being able to lay up, dunk, shoot from anywhere, you can make builds like that. Like, I'm hoping that's back, dude. I'm hoping that's back.
He actually got one this year. A lot of the Wemby animations just didn't feel that great in my opinion. I think overall his dribble moves are not that great. His jump shot got a bit of a rework. I think his jump shot was not that bad.
Right.
Now let's
Yeah,
move on to the
exactly.
play now game.
I hated
We're gonna be
layups.
playing a little.
I made a 99 dunk, 99 layup build, and I felt like it was the most pointless build to have. Like, the badges didn't matter, the dunks didn't matter, the layups didn't matter. I was like, that stinks, but I'm hoping it's back.
A little bit as like a point guard on Wemby, and then we'll use him as a screen and roller at some points in this gameplay as well. Right now, we're going to have him set the screen. He's going to roll here, try and catch the lob. The lob doesn't get there. He catches it, but he dunks right over Daniel Gafford, which was kind of impressive. That was just an X button dunk. I didn't even try to do the standing dunk beater there, but just being able to finish over him like that with just a 90 standing dunk, I think Wemby has on a 7-4, kind of scary. Right here, we're going to green the rebound. Again, didn't play a whole lot of play now. That was the only green rebound I got the entire time. Take it coast to coast, and we're going to lay it up over Kyrie Irving. Great bucket on Wemby. That was my best bucket on Wemby for sure. Now again, we're testing out some of his signature animations, and again, we're gonna get to his hop jumper right here.
Well,
I
mean,
don't know
that
if I
looks
like it.
pretty
You know?
bad, but the fact that look how Wemby's moving on some of these dribble moves though. For a 7'4", boys.
Kyrie Irving, free bucket on Wemby. That was my best bucket on Wemby for sure. Now again, we're testing out some of his signature animations.
Like, that's
and again,
pretty
we're gonna get to
fast
his
for a
hop jumper
7'4".
right here.
Am I crazy? Like, that's pretty fast for a 7'4".
Does it look like something he does? Sure, but it just looks really slow. With that
I agree,
lob
Daniel,
right there.
exactly.
That was
Kyrie
really
would've
nice.
stopped
Now,
him
the
there.
good thing with
He would've
Wemby
brought
is
him
that
out the
at the end of the
animation.
day, he is getting these slower go-to shot animations, hop jumper animations. He's 7'4". A lot of the shots he's just
Like,
going
look
to
at-
be open
like,
anyways.
that's
because
pretty-
There's nobody that can actually properly contest this dude. But now we're moving away from the bigs. We're moving on to Carmelo Anthony, one of the cover athletes. We're taking some shots with him right now. This is just his regular jump shot. The base feels pretty much the same, but his releases feel a little bit different. We're shooting some no-dip catch-and-shoot threes right here. You can see
Yeah, I
we're
like
getting these
Herb. I'm
shots
glad
off
that's back.
really quick with the no-dip. But now we're going to get to Carmelo's face-up game. We're going to do a sock.
Now, this is one thing I do like. If you guys didn't see it on Twitter, they've made it to where like you could slowly flick your right stick and get a little bit of a slower, like, triple threat move, and you could probably get some pretty good speed boost regardless out of it. So you could definitely stun some people if you do a little slow one and then you retreat and then do a fast one. You know what I mean? It's gonna be pretty cool, I think.
Instead
For my sim
that's
players
actually
out
a pro hop jumper package. I don't think that's his, but this is his signature go-to shot out of the face-up. I don't think his signature go-to
Not
shot
that
is
great.
that great. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if this is something that Carmelo does. Now, these are his signature go-to shots with his left hand, and then a signature go-to shot off of his right hand. It still makes him go back to the left for that pull-up. I don't know if that's something that Carmelo does, but now we're going to get into his post go-to shots, which are actually really, really nice. Now,
Pretty
again,
cool.
your post go-to shots will vary. If you're in a live dribble versus when you're not in a live dribble, you'll get different animations. Right here, this is probably my favorite one with Carmelo. That was really nice. Now, Carmelo still had...
Now, do we think these are kind of random? Do you think these are, because you saw that he did some post hooks, he did some spins, or do you think these are just going to be random animations? I know he said based on if you're having a live dribble or not, but if you're closer to the paint, do you think you'll get a post hook rather than like a post fade? I don't know.
As Kobe's escape, I don't know which behind the back he has, but overall, dribbling wise, he feels good. He converts off his moves cleanly. Triple threat is still good. His post ups are really good. He's got some new, unique animations, which are nice. I don't know if he has his own signature post fade. This might just be pro post fade, which is what he
That
had
looks like
last
pro
year.
post
But
fade.
overall, Carmelo felt really good on NBA 2K26. And
Yeah,
now
that's
we
what I'm
move
thinking,
on to
Damon.
Dirk
I hope.
Nowitzki, okay, we're gonna go.
Look how blonde Dirk. Does Dirk's hair not look gold here? That's like the first thing I noticed.
A lot of older players in this video because they actually got signature go-to shots out of the post. And I was actually surprised that they did. Again, we saw Carmelo got his own signature go-tos. Dirk Nowitzki has his own post go-to shot we'll get to in
Dirk's
just a
jumper
moment.
was a lot
Hakeem
faster.
Olajuwon got his own. Yao Ming has one that we will talk about later in this video. And overall, very exciting stuff. This is me shooting catch-and-shoot threes with Dirk Nowitzki. These are all no-dip catch-and-shoot threes towards the back half of this. And you can get shots off.
This is Joey 2K. Do it? You guys not see it? Okay, you can't. But this is Joey 2K. Let's see. I can show you. Joey 2K. Go drop him a sub, boys. If you wanna. I mean, he's got pretty good content. I like the thing.
Pretty quickly, even with Dirk, which is kind of crazy. Dirk's shot is slow, but these shots are not slow with a no dip. Now, Dirk's animations did not get changed that much. His fade, his hop shot are pretty much the same, but we're gonna get to the go-to shot out of the post right here. It's a shot fake, and then he fades back again. It's different from one hand to the other.
That's
So
kinda
here
cool.
is it going back the other way. It's just a little shot fake, and then he just fades back off the one leg. I think it's cool. I don't know how effective it'll be, and that's how I feel with a lot of these
Well,
post
Frank-
go-to shots. They're cool, nice additions to the game. Allows you to do some different things out of the post that you.
Did Risha say have a messed up jumper last year? I didn't play a lot of Play Now. We'll watch Sprague. Sprague, you obviously dropped the video, right? Love to watch yours too. But I want to watch a guard video after this one.
Probably couldn't have done previously.
Might
You don't
watch,
want
like,
them
Cole or
are
Chimoma or
cancelable,
something.
So it's not like you're forced to play out the entire animation, and you can get creative with how you.
It does
do
look a
them,
little bit
but
faster.
maybe Meta, probably not. As you can see, I've been rhythm shooting a lot in this
Oh,
section
late
of the
timing.
video. You just saw that I made a late timing, but still greened the tempo, and it went in. We're gonna talk about rhythm shooting. This is actually one of my concerns about NBA 2K26, but I don't want them to fix this just yet because I want to see what happens when more people play the game and they get their hands on it. The whole point of rhythm shooting in this year's game is that when you intentionally or unintentionally mistime your timing, you can still just green the shot by making your tempo. The tempo is realistically the only thing that matters. But the way that it's supposed to be designed
Yeah, I
is
will,
that
Jordan.
when you perfectly time the timing, it boosts your make rate for the tempo. But if you mistime your timing, it should make it harder for you to make the tempo shot. And from my play testing and from what I've seen from other people, it really wasn't that hard to green the tempo, even if you very poorly mistime the timing. I don't know if that's how it's going to be on launch. I don't know if that made sense 100% as the way I described it, but that's the problem with rhythm shooting in my opinion right now. It is still way too easy to get the tempo right when you
Oh, thank goodness Hakeem got something like that. That was
I know
pretty
you guys
cool.
have already seen it in this video. We're going to cover it very quickly. Hakeem Olajuwon does have some new
Thank
animations,
goodness.
which includes his signature post go-to shot. I think this is a great thing to add. We would love to see these for older players, so I'm glad that they have been added into the game. This was something that I was asking.
All right. Who we watching next, boys? Who are we watching next? We watch Mama. We can watch full. Oh, this is a 30-minute video though, bro. Exactly, Corey. You get it. Okay, so he dropped like a Rockets gameplay. If you guys are interested in watching that, you can go do that. I don't know, bro. I want to watch like. I think 2K Labs has something. I might watch 2K Labs.